Hello and welcome to Miles's, what should we call this? Miles's car flip challenge? I don't know. I've kind of just decided to do this, today really. Because what I'm planning on doing, because I've been watching YouTube and I watch this guy, High Peak Autos. You probably know him or have seen him. If you found me, you've probably found him as well. And yeah, I just decided to go ahead and do a challenge because I've wanted to do one for quite a while now anyway. Just kind of challenging myself to do it. Sorry about the cat. But yeah, what I want to do in this series is hopefully, I've currently got a BMW 3 Series and I want to flip that up, making money as I go and go higher and higher and higher. To see where I can go really, maybe get a family car for me and my little one, and go from there. Because the car I've got at the minute is a 2007 BMW 3 Series. It's a touring, it's the 318D, so very economical, chain driven, is known to have issues with timing chain, so I've got to make sure that that's all kosher. And I want to take you guys along on the journey to see what it entails and hopefully track my progress, really. So yeah, we'll see. But full disclaimer, I'm not a mechanic. I have no expertise in cars. The only thing I do have is that I used to be a car salesman way back when, about 10, well no, not 10 years ago. It's probably about 7 years ago, something like that. I used to work for a local garage. It used to be Hidson's for JCB, is what it became. They were, firstly, when I joined, it was Seat, and then we went on to selling Mitsubishis and stuff like that. So yeah, it wasn't too bad. That's the only expertise I do have. I'm quite handy when it comes to cars, or most things, should I say? Really, I'll put my hand to, should I say. I don't know if I'll do it well, but I'll give it a go, no matter what. So yeah, stuff like brakes, brake discs. I've done minor repairs before. And the only other thing I do have is I still do, run my own detailing business. So I used to clean cars full time. I say clean cars, it's, as I say, it was detailing. It was proper in-depth paint correction, ceramic coatings, leather repairs, interior deep cleans, stain removals, all that sort of stuff. So I'm hoping I should be perfectly placed to kind of amalgamate all those skills. Use my car sales history, use my handiwork, and use my detailing skills, should I say, if you want to call them that. But yeah, and kind of put all them together and flip cars, basically, and work my way up to, as I say, from what I've got now, a 2007 BMW 3 Series Touring with 157,000 miles on the clock, should I add, and then kind of go from there and see what we can get. I'll take you along the journey. I'll show you what cars I'm looking at and what things we think we'll need doing, and go from there. So yeah, but hopefully it'll be a good series, and you can maybe get some inspiration, and I'll inspire maybe some people to give it a go themselves as well, especially in the times we live in at the minute. It's earning money on the side is almost a necessity. I know that, for a lot of people out there. So yeah, because it's getting harder and harder to live day to day on the basics. So I'm fully aware of that, and myself included. Like I say, I was working full-time jobs and doing detailing on the side. Even now, I sell stuff on eBay to try and make a bit of money from there, which then got hit recently by the tax thing. So now I've had to dial that down a bit, because obviously they're trying to make you pay tax basically on what you're selling on there, even if it's, because most of it was my own stuff. I was trying to flip money to make my own stuff on there. Because I had so much excess stuff, I thought, right, well, I'll try and make a bit of side money by selling some of my old bits, some of my collectibles, stuff like that. But yeah, HMRC had other plans, so now I've had to turn my attention somewhere else and hopefully give this a whirl and go from here. But yeah, I'll show you the car on the next one, and show you the plan of what's going in, because a couple of things are booked in already. This is what gave me the idea to kind of get going with it, because I've booked a couple of repair things for it that I'll show you around that need doing, and then kind of go from there. But yeah, so I'll see you in a minute. So here she is. Like I say, BMW 3 Series Touring. It's the 318D model. She's served me well for a good few years now. I bought her, I think, just before pre-pandemic sort of times. Yeah, and then she's lasted me well. She's done me to Belgium. Because I've got family over in Belgium, so I've taken her over there. She'll go there and back on about one tank. But I've now got a new job up in London, so this car is really surplus to requirements, should I say? But yeah, so I'll talk you through what's been done already. So I put 2 new front tyres on her last year. Bridgestones, Goodyears. So they've still got plenty of tread in. They're all good. However, this one keeps on intermittently going down. So I'm going to take it off and have an inspect of the tread, because it might be just a slow puncture that I can repair, because I've done that many a time professionally. So yeah, that should be good. But coming on to the first issue and what she's booked in for already, if you look at the clearance in the wheel well on this side compared to this side, you can quite easily see that I think the spring's gone on this side. So she's booked into Mid-Kent Technical, shout out to them. I know Dan up there, so she's booked in there, and they're going to sort out the spring for me, check out the other side just to see how corroded that side is, because normally with these sorts of things, if one's gone, the other side necessarily isn't too far behind. But I've got 2 keys, and this is the other issue that I'm going to get sorted, because I've got both keys, but neither of them work. Out of battery, which is a common issue with these, and this era of BMW, the key is not just a switch over the battery job. It's soldered in, I believe, which you can do yourself, but I've found people on eBay that will do it for you. So I'm not gonna hassle myself with the issue of it. But down here, I think I've got some paint there. I don't know if you can see it, there's some paint missing, so I might get that touched in, I might not sure. And then over this side, I think it's this side, it's a bit hard because it's so dirty. I need to give it a good clean, that's the other thing. It might be this side, no, it is this side here. You can hopefully tell on camera it's got a dent just there, just here, where someone hit it at the train station car park when I was on my way into work up in London. I came back and found that, so I'm going to get the dent guys out to pop that out, because luckily the paint isn't broken. I think that bit there should be repairable, because I can probably buff that out myself, because like I say, I'm going to give it a full detail clean. Got the beginning of rust work coming here, but I'm going to grind that down, prime and spray myself, because I'm quite a nab hand with that sort of thing. And another nice note on this one, it has got the deployable tow bar. There it is. So you can deploy it out the rear boot, and the tow bar comes out. And I've not got anything that I tow myself, but I imagine this will be a perfect little tower, because it's got some grunt. Yeah, these little things, if anyone's beady-eyed and spotted them, I had a go at fitting the interior lights back in my more youthful days, shall we say. Yeah, the mood lighting. But I've now changed my whole outlook on that sort of thing. Here we go, look at this. I tried fitting that, but it's just an aftermarket quick job, so I'm going to take that out, remove my electronic works and do it all back to normal. But I've put in an M Sport steering wheel as well. I'm not going to change that back because it's just too much aggro to change it back just for the sake of a steering wheel, and it will be a nice little touch anyway because it's a bit of a chunkier steering wheel, this one. But yeah, inside, all right, not too bad at all. Yeah, needs a good detail, like I say, because I've neglected it over the past as well, because as I say, where I'm driving less and less now, going up to London, there you go, that's my tyre inflator from where the front tyre keeps on going down. But yeah, when I go up to London more and more, I'm driving less and less, so it's been neglected for a fair while now. But yeah, and like I say, so the keys do work, i.e. they start the car. Turn that off before I get a trademark. So yeah, they do work as in starting the car, but they just don't, as I say, the batteries don't work to lock and unlock the car. But yeah, warning wise, we've got nothing on the dashboard, so that's good, apart from tyre pressures, because I need to check that out. Like I say, that's on the job list to do. And then yeah, go from there really. So we should be fine. But yeah, we'll see. I'm confident. I paid, as I say, before pandemic times, I think it was like 2018, 2017, I think I paid £1.50 for this, which was a bargain at the time because I found it for an absolute steal. And it only had like 100 and, what was it, 100, I think it was 130, 140,000 at the time. That must have been 140. Yeah, I'll set you up there. Yeah, it must have been 140, I think, or something. And now we're on 153,635 to be precise. So yeah, it's done me well. It's done me really well. But like I say, it's kind of surplus to requirements now, and I just don't need it anymore. So, well, I don't need this anymore, should I say? I don't need a diesel. I don't need a, because I'm just going to run this into the ground if I carry on using it. Because obviously diesels, they need to stretch their legs. They need to, clear the DPF out. They're designed to eat motorway miles, and that is not what I'm using this for at the minute. I'm using it to do like 1.5 miles to the station and back. So I'm going to ruin it if I carry on using it for that purpose. So I don't want to do it. I really don't. But yeah, that's where we stand at the minute. So like I say, we've got it booked in on Tuesday for the spring repair. I'm going to check out that tyre, see if there's any puncture in there that I can just quickly repair. Give it a full clean, give it a full detail, polish up everything, get the dent man in to cover that. And then I'm thinking it should be, I mean, with all that done, it's got to be worth 2, isn't it? I think. I mean, I'll have a look on Auto Trader just to see kind of what they're going for. But I can't see it being worth less than 2 for that. Because like I say, I didn't get it in this condition, by the way. The reason I got it so cheap is because when I bought it, the bonnet was mullered. The paintwork on it was just gone. It had all cracked. It was all faded. Yeah, like when you go out to Spain and you see those cars that have just sat out in the sun for a decade and the paint just like deteriorates. It was that, basically. I don't know how it happened, and I don't know how it happened just on the bonnet. But yeah, that's what happened on it. And rather than repainting it, I managed to source a new bonnet off of eBay for like 40 quid. That was the exact same colour match. I went to see it and it matched perfectly. So I was happy and fitted the new bonnet there and then and took it. So yeah, I was happy with that. And then the interior was a bit dank and deary, but I fully deep cleaned it, which I now need to do again because again it's looking a bit worse for wear. Look, I'll show you around quickly. So you've got all stuff like this in here. like I say, it's just been used as my absolute workhorse. I need to sort that out, pop the auxiliary cable back in, or connector back in, should I say. I'll probably get rid of these. These were, despite what anyone else might tell you, these were entirely a functional buy, because they stop all the crud going down there. So you just slide them in, and they are perfect for that, and nothing slides down there anymore. None of the dirt, so it makes my life a hell of a lot easier. But yeah, apart from that, I can't really think of much else we need to do. Yeah, we'll give it a good clean. As I say, remove all these that I tried to dabble my hand into, and then yeah, put her on eBay Marketplace and kind of go from there, really. Well, I say eBay Marketplace, should I say? It's one I've got to decide on, really, what I'm going to sell on. Facebook, eBay, I don't know, Auto Trader. Ideally, I'd like to sell on Auto Trader, but I mean, I think you've got to pay. Is it £80 a time on there, just as a private individual? I think so. Yeah, we'll see. I might, yeah, because I fitted wind deflectors on these as well, or vape vents, as they're aptly called now. But yeah, I might remove them. I'm not sure, because I don't want it to look too. I want it to look nice and original. I've got loads of paperwork for it because I chose to service this myself, because like I said, I'm a reasonable hand. I'm moderately competent, should I say. That's probably how best to describe me. Moderately competent. Like I say, yeah, I can, stuff like that is no issue for me. I can, service a car, change the oil, change the filters, change all that sort of things. I do that, it's not a problem. And sometimes I actually prefer it, because a lot of the dealers, because like I say, I used to work at dealers, so a lot of the dealers that I sometimes worked at, a lot of the ones I've had dealings with before as a customer, I know that they do a job, as in, like, it's not like they do it detrimental to your car and they're going to ruin your car, but they don't do it to the level that I would do it at myself. For example, prime example, I went to get those the tyres changed, like I mentioned earlier. I went to get those tyres changed, and they were putting the wheels back on, and they just hand tightened it up. They just pushed it, gave it a good push to make sure it's tight, and then get it away. I like to torque them. I like to torque measure them to make sure, because there's a spec on this car that says that nut needs to be that torque, and I like to do it that way, because they've made sure and meticulously measured out that nut needs to be at that torque to be safe. And these guys then just tightened it up, and don't get me wrong, it's not going to fly off. It's, well, maybe, I don't know, but that's the trouble. But yeah, I don't know. It's just maybe I'm a bit anal with cars. I probably am. I'm a bit of a car nut, as you can tell by the McLaren hat. I love Formula One. I love all things, that sort of thing. Motor. I love bikes. I go to a lot of the BSB that's around, because we're not overly far from Brands Hatch. That's our kind of local circuit. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a bit anal about it, but I like to know it's been done properly, and I only truly trust myself with that task, because I don't have the money to build up a relationship with a mechanic where I can spend enough money with them to make sure that they are doing it how I want, or how I'd like it to be done. Because the way I like it to be done, I think, is like the echelon. Is it echelon? The upper echelon? Is that the word? Yeah, the upper echelon of mechanics, I think, because I'm so anal about it. I'm like, that nut needs to be torque spec'd, and even when I change the oil, I torque spec the sump plug and stuff like that. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm really sad, aren't I? I'm sounding really sad now. But yeah, so anyway, back to the original point. I'll probably give this a service, is what I was trying to get to. I'll probably give this a nice service, so that whoever is the proud new owner can just drive away worry free. I think it's coming up to its MOT. I need to check that, actually. I'm not sure. I think it's summertime, because we're in February now. So I think it's either spring or summer that the MOT is due on this. And like I say, I might, because I'm building up contrary to what I just said, I hope that I can, with this challenge anyway, build up a nice relationship with Mid-Kent Technical and the guys over there, because they've done a few jobs for me already in the past. I had a Mini that went to them for a new clutch and a few other bits, battery, etc. I flipped that one as well. And then now, yeah, this hopefully will get a bit of work shown to them as well, and then we can kind of go from there and see if I do kind of build up the cars that they can carry on with me, and I can carry on with them, should I say? But yeah, I'll check it out on the next bit just to see, because like I say, we need service, MOT. Well, let's go through things. So what was it? It was check the tyre for the puncture on the front, sort out the paintwork on the back. I've got a dent to do, service that I'll just do myself, go into the guys at Mid-Kent Technical for the spring, and I'll get them to, you know, just give the car a check anyway, just to see if there's anything obvious they can see. I think that's it. And then, yeah, give it a detail and stuff that I'm going to do. So I'm hoping that should be enough, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. All right, I'll catch you in a bit.